TikTok poses a clear and present danger to the youth of America. It is one of the most pernicious and dangerous social media platforms currently in existence. It routinely sends content and material to children that is harmful to their mental and physical health, including content encouraging them to take their lives, to engage in dangerous challenges and sometimes deadly challenges, and to engage in disordered eating behavior. It does so because TikTok makes its money by encouraging kids to spend as much time as possible online. The more time that kids spend online on TikTok, the more money the company makes, the more advertising they sell, and they don't care whether the content that kids receive on TikTok is uplifting or discouraging. They don't care whether the content that kids receive is good for their mental health or bad for their mental health. Their singular goal is to maximize the engagement of kids, to maximize the profits that they earn from advertising. That is the raison d'etre of TikTok, and that's why we see so many dangerous and deadly materials being sent to the kids on TikTok. And again, TikTok also knows that what keeps kids online is not material that they want to see. It's material that they can't look away from. It's stuff that they understand based on their research of the neurology of young kids that is disturbing to their mental health. Because stuff that is disturbing to mental health, stuff that is discordant psychologically, stuff that is gross, some stuff that is repellent is also stuff that triggers the highest dopamine response in our young kids, which is in turn why they stick to it. So they maintain kids' engagement with TikTok not by showing them stuff they want to see, but showing stuff that they know to be addictive. TikTok's algorithms, that in their own documents describe, are specifically designed to maximize engagement by addicting kids to their platform. So in its current form, TikTok should not be in the hands of young people. It is dangerous, it is deadly, and it needs to stop being available to young people. Now, the issue has come up regarding the ownership or the involvement that TikTok has with the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese government. And let us be clear, TikTok does pose a clear and present national security threat to the United States. 1% of TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, a Chinese company, is owned by the Chinese Sovereign Wealth Fund, and the Chinese government has one seat on the board of ByteDance, TikTok's parent company. And as such, it can and it does influence the policies of ByteDance to cooperate with Chinese intelligence and gather private and personal data on American citizens and American youth. This is indeed a clear and present danger to our national security. And significantly, under Chinese law, ByteDance is required to cooperate with Chinese intelligence. And so they readily do so at the risk of criminal prosecution under the very harsh judicial system that the Republic of China imposes upon its citizens. But let us be clear, even if TikTok was owned by Betsy Ross, it would pose a clear and present danger to our kids. It doesn't matter whether TikTok is owned by or controlled by the Chinese Communist Party or controlled by an American company. When they are sending videos to children, telling them to starve themselves, telling them to step in front of trains, telling them to shoot themselves in the head, telling them to engage in dangerous and life-challenging challenges, they are endangering our children no matter who owns it. So separate and apart from the appropriate national security concerns that we have as Americans over the impact that TikTok has on our national security, we have a clear and present threat that it poses to our young people. They need to change their algorithms. They need to change their design. They need to be held accountable for the mayhem, for the carnage that TikTok is imposing on our young people. I have sat down with multiple parents who have experienced the greatest loss that anybody can ever imagine, the loss of a child. And in so many cases, that loss was the direct and proximate result of the design decisions that TikTok and its parent companies have made to maximize user engagement over safety of our young people. It has to change, and hopefully it will change.